Hololive, it's me, Tokkuri Yashi. How is everybody doing? And we are back with a Kanon event. It happened, guys. There is no denying it. It's a Kanon event. And from that Kanon event, we have got the first character this month, which is actually the Geo Gehenna Tsumugi. So let's go over then and have a look at our GG Mugi and what she does, where she fits into the game. Actually, though, when you say GG Mugi, you know, maybe my whole life brain rot, it just makes me think of GG Murin. Murin, but so it's going to be Tsumugi all the way with me. Anyway, here we go. Let's quickly have a look then at this graphic of Tsumugi. As we can see here, she is a buffer character, a light character, physical, and sits in the mid-ground. Her position is 485. We're going to have a look at her loot pattern whilst we are here. Skill 1 is the first action that she does. I was a bit of a spoiler, it's the one that has her action speed on it, although it's not the same kind of action speed that we have seen in the past. But then when we get into the actual loot pattern, it's skill 2 that is more dominant. Not a bad loot pattern though, with 3 out of the 5 actions being one of her skills. So let's have a look at her banner as well. Because we gain some information from this. She is a limited character, surprise, surprise, and her banner is here till the 10th. Which means we are expecting 3 more characters this month. It's gonna be a 4 character month. We're gonna have Tsumugi, then probably a Kanon and another character, and then we're expecting a pre-fest at the very end of June, which just makes it a very difficult decision whether or not you're gonna want to summon on this Tsumugi. So let's have a look at her skills, see what she does, see if that can help you make up your mind. Well, of course, if you are a big Tsumugi fan, then maybe you've already made up your mind and you're going to be summoning on here regardless. Anyway, first of all, we have got a Union base here for Geo Gehenna Tsumugi, which deals large physical damage to one enemy character in front of you. That's single target, 8 times physical attack. Greatly reduces magical attack and physical defense. That's a magical attack debuff, 18 times skill levels, so we've got there 6,192, and a physical defense debuff of 0.5 times skill levels, only 172 there. I think Pilot Aoi is definitely a better physical defense down character on this light physical team than Tsumugi, but that's not going to take anything away from Tsumugi. This Tsumugi is still pretty good. So in addition to all of that, she will increase the physical attack and physical crit of all allies by an extra large amount, which is all allies physical attack buff 32 times skill level 11,000, and all allies physical crit buff of 160. That's pretty good. And yes, it still continues. She also restores hit points by a medium amount to all allies, 17,683 here on this Union base. So quite a lot going on there. Let's then have a look at the skill 1, which greatly increases action speed of the ally character with the highest physical attack power other than herself. Now this is a 50% action speed buff, and it does stack with other action speeds buffers. So if you say you've got Labarista, Previous Labarista on this light physical team, she's going to give the 200% to everybody, and then the character with the highest physical attack power will get an additional 50% from Tsumugi. But remember, action speed increases like this only shorten the length of time between actions. So an extra 50%, that's only a quarter faster. One quarter extra to what we would have got from a 200% action speed buffer. So it's nice to have, but maybe not as crazy as you might first think. And it is only for that one character with the highest physical attack on the team. I'm not going to take anything away though, it's very definitely good to have, but I think, well, honestly, this Tsumugi is here for other reasons other than this small action speed buff. That is just like a cherry on the cake. So, as on top of this action speed buff, she will also increase physical attack power by a large amount of the character with the highest physical attack, and that's a 48 times skill level buff of 16,500 odd. That's probably why we're having her on the team. She's also restoring their TP a little bit, another 100 TP to them. I think this is going to be a lot more impactful than the action speed buff that she's giving. but altogether it's a very good package. So on top of all of that, for all allies, she will greatly increase the physical attack power and physical crit. So for all allies, they are getting a physical attack buff of 16 times skill level, so it's only 5,504 there. Not quite as big as the main physical attacker on the team, but still a nice number there, and 100 physical crit buff. So she's working for the whole team, as well as giga charging your main DPS, who you would hope would have the highest physical attack on the team. So the skill 2 then increases the physical attack power of, again, the allied character with the highest physical attack power, other than herself. I must add that it is other than herself here, if she ends up being the highest physical attack power. Increasing the physical attack power and slightly recovers some TP. So they're getting another 16,512 physical attack power and 50 TP to that one character there. Probably going to be Little Lyrical Trio if they're on the team, but also Jita, 6-star Jita, sorry, and the 6-star Suzuna have both got very high physical attacks. If they're on the team, maybe they would get it. I will say there's no reason why she can't be run this Tsumugi on a multiple target team, so perhaps it will be Hatsune and Shiori, the previous Hatsune and Shiori on that team that will be getting this buff. So in addition to that, the physical attack power of all allies is greatly increased, which is another 5,500 physical attack there. Magical defense is increased for all allies on 276 there. She puts up a magical nullification barrier, 11,000 magical damage will be nullified from that barrier. Tsumugi, as we can see, works better against the magical opponents. We have got the pilot Aoi on this team, who puts up who lowers physical attack and is better against a physical opponent, but I just think we have both of them on the team. So with Tsumugi and with the pilot Aoi on the team, you're covered for both damage types there. So on top of all of this, then she still also has hit points restored by a medium amount, another 17,600 odd hit points restored to all allies, and another 50 TP to all allies there on this skill too. So that she's doing a lot of stuff here. This Geo Gehenna Tsumugi, overall 44,000 attack, physical attack to the highest physical attack character on the team, but still 22,000 to all other allies. And as we can see, she does work a little bit better on magical teams. So there we have it, our Geo Gehenna Tsumugi, who has a tantalizing 50% extra action speed to one ally with the highest physical attack. I will say, I do think that although it might grab the headlines, is not what this character is here for. I think the attack support she gives is going to be a lot more valuable. 44,000 attack to the highest physical attack ally and 22,000 to everybody else. We can see what kind of direction they are going, the devs. Next, we're going to have a character that gives 250 times action speed to all allies, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, as we saw, this Tsumugi works better against magical opponents. Probably going to replace Magical Girl Monica on these light physical teams. Somebody like that with that bit of a booster roll. She's doing a hell of a lot more and a lot higher buffs than Magical Girl Monica. So maybe it's time she went and had a little bit of a break. I think a little bit about New Year's Kasumi as well when I saw her kit. She's on fire magic and does buff the highest magical attack ally on that team. She's used a little bit, but not really the same kind of unit. We'll just have to see if this Tsumugi is used quite a bit more, and we'll keep an eye out on that. More than likely, 100% she'll be using Clown Battle this month. Maybe even a bit of a PvP application. Their first action is this skill, one that gives a little bit of extra action speed and a huge physical attack buff. So it has to be a physical ally that you're nuking with, maybe Kaya or somebody. If they are struggling, perhaps she might work in there. But then 710 light deep quest as well, she will probably help a lot with that. Will she be used off element? That is the test. Is she going to be a bit like Winter Cheru in that respect, and maybe use a little bit off of element with that huge physical attack buff that she gives? Only time we will tell. We will keep an eye out on that, and it will be on this channel when we find out these things. So there we go. That is our Geo Gehenna Tsumugi. Unfortunately, I will be skipping out. I'm going to skip here. We do not have anywhere near the jewels for that scene, as we're probably going to be getting another 3 characters before June ends. I'm going to be targeting Kanon and the pre-fest at the end of the month. So let me know what you think of this Geo Gehenna Tsumugi. I'm Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for watching. You want to get for another video? Bye 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 bye. Hey!